Hello everyone. A friend wrote to me a couple of days ago to let me know that it is Atmananda Krishnamenon's birthday today. So I thought it an opportune moment to pay my respects and acknowledge my gratitude to him. Francis introduced me to Krishnamenon shortly after I met him in the mid-1990s. And it was like meeting an old friend. Everything about his writing was familiar, but his unique lines of reasoning were new to me. I often had the sense that he had taken my own thought processes and clarified and deepened them. Krishnamenon gave me permission to think about the truth. Thinking is so often disparaged in the spiritual traditions. And this is, of course, understandable, for truth or reality can never be known through the mind. Consciousness assumes the form of mind in order to know the world. But in the form of mind, it cannot know itself. Being a limitation of consciousness, mind superimposes its own limitations on everything that it knows. Therefore, the mind can only know limited knowledge or experience, although it is made of unlimited consciousness. By way of analogy, the actor John Smith assumes the character of King Lear in order to have a relationship with his daughters. But in the form of King Lear, he cannot know himself. For being a limitation of himself, King Lear superimposes that limitation on everything that he knows. Of course, King Lear can trace back his knowledge of himself, and if he goes all the way, discarding everything that is not essential to him, at some point the knowledge, I am John Smith, shines. As human beings, we think, feel and perceive. And it is possible to approach reality through any of these pathways. Until I met Francis and Atmananda Krishnamenon, my path was mainly through feeling, that is, devotion. And of course through perception, that was my life as an artist. Francis and Atmananda Krishnamenon showed me that reason can be used to trace one's experience back to the very threshold of one's essential self. And there, as the process of reasoning brings itself to an end, one's true nature of consciousness shines. And so the closet thinker in me ceased being apologetic about its desire to think about the truth. And as a result, on numerous occasions, following the pathway of thought or higher reasoning, as Krishnamenon referred to it, that is, that particular quality of thinking that has the absolute alone as its goal. I was returned again and again to my true nature, where all thought ceases. As my first teacher, Shantananda Saraswati, the late Shankaracharya of the north of India, said, "True thinkers don't think." That is, if thought is taken to its limit, it will bring itself to a natural, effortless end. That's what Vedanta means, the end of knowledge, and the subsequent shining of reality. If the mind is disciplined by effort or practice, it will remain silent as long as that effort or practice is maintained. Now I realized that the mind could be brought to a natural, effortless end in understanding. That experience of understanding that takes place at the end of a thought or a line of reasoning, if the line of reasoning has truth or reality as its subject matter, is the shining of our true nature. And I have Atmananda Krishnamenon, as well as Francis, of course, to thank for that gift.